Yeah.
Listen to those cheers. The Royals sure have these folks in line.
Subjects, may I have your attention? It is I, Percival Asgard, Crown Prince of the Midgard Empire. His Majesty, my father, and I are pleased to celebrate with you on this auspicious day.
The ceremony started. It'll be impossible to slip in now.
After the opening, 10 years ago, our kingdom faced an existential threat, both from demons and the terrible spread of demon blight. However, one man raised a miraculous sword and stood so that the body and soul of the land
Over there.
would not be
You can
lost.
climb up if you want, but attacking now would
And
be
the
suicide.
name of that man was Artorias Coldbrand! None here, I trust, are unfamiliar with Artorias' noble act. To bring us salvation from demons, he sacrificed everything.
But he's a murderer.
He called Lord Innominat one of the 5 Empyreans and blessed us with the strength of the Malachim.
But he's a murderer! Velvet!
He serves as a shining beacon of reason in this world of turmoil. And reason is what binds us.
But you killed him! You took everything that I loved!
So raise your voices in praise to Artorias' devoted work, to the Savior who purifies evil and guides our flock. Let us call him our Shepherd! Shepherd Artorias! Shepherd Artorias! Shepherd Artorias!
Artorias!
Shepherd Artorias! Shepherd Artorias!
Even though the world was filled with suffering, I had to ask something tremendous of you all. I entrusted you to endure the pains of reason. I asked you to bind yourselves with shackles of your own will. For the only blade that can expel calamity is one forged from unshaking reason and the iron will to do what must be done. And now that very blade stands ready, before all of us today. I offer my body and my life in service to the people of this great land. With the blessings of the Empyrean Innominat, I will guide you to a world without calamity. And this world's suffering will be nothing but a distant memory!
But you're the one who murdered.
fool. They'll see us.
You're the one who killed Laphicet. What?
The Shepherd Artorias. That's who you're after?
Oh, and here I was hoping you'd just straight up pounce on him.
That would be certain death. No. I need a sword of reason and will. That's the only thing that can kill him.
Killing Lord Artorias. Playing it safe? Boring! Regrettably, it is at this juncture we go our separate ways. I've got a bit of hunting to do.
No one's stopping you.
Goodbye. Farewell! May your days be fruitful and your nights tormented!
If our enemy's calling himself a shepherd, he won't be going into hiding. Let's take this slowly.
The old man behind him. Melchior, I take it?
Yeah.
Let's gather information on these people. If we know what they're planning, we can find a weakness.
They're the most powerful men in the land. If we're going to look into them, we need a lead first.
Eisen, do you have any underworld contacts in the capital itself? Like your friend at the port?
I don't go inland much, I'm afraid. But Eifried has close ties to a shadow guild. A tavern in the city, run by an old man called Baskerville, serves as a front for them.
A shadow guild?
That settles it. Let's head to that tavern. They'll have food.
Why not?
My stomach made a weird noise.
That's another sign that you're alive.
The exorcists sure were out in full force to see the shepherd's inauguration, weren't they?
What about that guy you're after? Was he there?
What, and have to stand around looking all proper? Nah, that's not his style.
Then I thought he was one of the top exorcists.
That wouldn't matter to him.
Huh. All right.
Actually, Velvet, speaking of the shepherd, I noticed he wasn't using his right arm. Was he hurt or something?
Yeah. He was badly wounded a long time ago. He lost the use of his sword arm.
That's what I figured.
But don't get the wrong idea. He's still a master swordsman with his left arm.
I can tell that from the way he moves. His movements are steady and measured, and his chi is centered below his navel.
Huh? Why does that matter?
Some people say that all the body's spiritual energy gathers in a place about 2 finger widths below the navel.
Even when he appears to be in a state of total peace, his guard is never down. He's a formidable adversary. And I think I know why my target has placed himself at Artorias' side. Because now I want to take Artorias down too.
It's a history book titled The Rise and Fall of Midgand. About 800 years ago, Our continent was conquered by a military force from another continent. Few records exist of the following 500 years. A period known as the Era of Darkness, or the Dark Period. Then 300 years ago, a great hero named Claudin...
Claudin, huh?
All right, that's enough for today.
Thanks for teaching me, Arthur. Your techniques are so amazing.
They came from my own master, a man named Claudin.
Wow, they're so graceful.
I've taught you the forms, but... You're a handful, but I will say you do resemble Claudin some. He was a strange person himself. He always wore this peculiar cape, for instance. Deep down, Claudin was strong like fire. I can't help but...
Wow, I'd love to...
Sadly, that's him.
Is he?
Yes, he is. He died to protect me.
No way. The events recounted in this book happened 300 years ago. It can't be the same Claudin.
Velvet,
I'm fine.
King Claudin was quite strong.
he was more than just that. He's the...
To this day, all of Midgand's rulers claim to be direct descendants of... Knowing that, there might be meaning behind them bestowing Artorias. I could see it as an attempt to recreate the same glory enjoyed by the hero.
If that's true, it's a childish...
I wouldn't be... What matters is that the title inspires hope in the people, who in turn give him their support. Then, as their shepherd, he can guide his flock in any direction he pleases.
If Artorias knowingly accepted that title, we can be sure he's fully committed to his cause.
Oh, he's certainly committed. I've seen just how far he's willing to go.
Shepherd! Savior of men! I believe in...
Shepherd,
How pompous can...
Artorias, but now that he's taken on
A
the...
dangerous opponent.
After seeing...
of course I will. He could be a god for all. I'll have my vengeance.
What'll it be?
Some food for the boy.
Mabo curry is our specialty. It takes a week to stew properly.
Mabo curry.
Some of that, then. Say, do you know a man named Baskerville? I heard we might find him here.
That old man? A scoundrel and criminal who went against the rules of the Abbey. They executed him long ago.
Oh,
Velvet! This Mabo curry is amazing!
You get along so well. Is he your brother?
no.
No, he wouldn't be, would he? After all, your brother was murdered before your eyes.
How do you know that?
The shadows watch those who flinch from the light.
So the guild is still active, even after Baskerville's arrest?
That's right. Just like how Ifrid's crew continues their piracy even without their captain.
So you're the contact?
What may I help you with?
I want to know what Artorias is planning.
Information such as that? It won't come cheap. I have here a list of jobs, not one remotely legal. Take care of all of them, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Take this with you as documentation. It's fake, but it's a good fake. It'll hold up to inspection.
It's registered to Mogulu's menagerie?
Oh? Was that not the name you gave to the guard at the gate?
I can see you're a group to be reckoned with.
Report back here once you're finished. However, be aware that should you fail...
Then this conversation never took place. Got it. I'll cause you no trouble.
I appreciate your understanding. You're welcome to stay the night, free of charge. Forget about work until the morning comes. Right. You're missing Captain Ifried. The captain has done much toward our viability. I promise that I'll share anything I hear about him for no charge.
Thanks. All we know is there was a pendulum on the ground at the last place he was seen. And that Legate Melchior is connected to the captain's disappearance. How? We don't know.
Sounds like you've got problems of your own. Do you really have time to take on ours as well?
I could ask you why you've tied yourself up with Velvet.
Me? I've got a debt to repay. Without her, there's no way I'd have ever found my blade again.
A demon repaying a debt? Ridiculous.
As ridiculous as a pirate Moloch, you think? No matter how you look at it, there's nothing reasonable about our rogue existence. And in this brave new world governed by reason, a rogue can either rage and become a monster like me,
or band together with others. Like a ship full of pirates, perhaps.
Exactly. I admire Velvet's courage, squaring off against the whole world on her own. If you can accomplish that, it takes strength. Real strength. And I'm curious where it comes from.
So you're doing it for yourself after all?
Is that so wrong?
No. I'm the same. I need allies on my side, with the strength and courage to combat this so-called order imposed by the Abbey. But anyone who's willing to put up with the creed folly of Ifried's pirates has to be an even bigger fool than we are. So I'm like you. I want to know how deep her foolishness goes.
She'd kill you if she heard that, you know.
It's a compliment. Fools that big aren't born every day.
Aha. And I imagine your dear Captain Ifried's much the same.
Aye. That man flies his full flag proudly.
The Shepherd Artorias, He's got the populace eating from the palm of his hand. I wonder... Just how deeply will the fangs of our would-be tragic heroine scar this broken world of ours? I've got a traitor to find, but in the meantime, this should be a good show.
We're back. heroine.
Destroying red crates in a warehouse? Doesn't sound very nice.
Have we ever been nice?
I suppose not.
This is a contract job, so let's keep costs down. I'll call the Von Eltia and have her draw the guards away.
If you would.
What will we be destroying?
Who knows? That's hardly our concern.
Kind face for such a hard woman.
She knew about me and our cover. She's got ears everywhere.
And that's not all. She called the papers fake, but they're not.
So she's got spies working on the inside, too.
I heard that her predecessor, Baskerville, was a monument against authority. To think he was executed.
They've lost their leader, but remain unconquered. Not an organization to trifle with.
That's how they have to be to take on the Abbey. We'd better succeed on our missions, and not just to get the information we need.
Yeah. Besides,
You're a man of taste.
You'd better work hard too, if you want more.
I will.
That ceremony was Lord Artorias' speech was he raises.
You think so?
He may look that way, but his only hobby.
You seem like a big supporter of.
Well, he's got 2 younger brothers, but just between you and me, they're dolts. Worse, they hang with if anything were to happen to Prince Percival, the future of.
I see. So everyone's.
Which means Midgand's vulnerable with.
He may be the shepherd now, but no one knows who he was before.
No,
But he showed up one day with.
That sounds pretty.
Right? But the king.
Maybe he plans on usurping power for him.
Not likely. He's
Lining his pockets from the state.
not the slightest.
Then what's he at?
Whatever the case.
Greetings, Magilu. You've come to exactly the right place.
You must be a Bloodwing.
You already know about the Code Red
The really strong demons, the
Would you ever consider hunting them down for us?
reward. Why pay up?
It's The Abbey is
I get it. That does seem.
but wherever there's a code.
And let me guess. That.
Exactly. There are Bloodwing. If you defeat a demon and report back to my comrades, they'll make sure.
All right.
That's fine. If you get results, that being said.
Those Bloodwings are definitely a rough crowd.
To be fair, things are never that straightforward when you're dealing with demons.
All that matters is that there's something in it for us if we hunt those Code Red demons. The only thing better than fighting formidable foes is getting paid for it.
Just remember that these Code Red demons are tough enough to make the Abbey shiver. We'd be wise not to underestimate them.
We should talk to those Bloodwings before considering any of the marks. They might have information that will help us prepare.
Yeah, and we better remember to up.
Right.
Hey, Laphicet.
What is it, Rokuro?
Mabo curry.
Huh?
You're an interesting one. You like Mabo curry that much, huh?
It smells good. And it's creamy and kind of spicy.
I'd say you love it then. Do
Each has their own
What do you...
drinks.
What else?
Uh,
Don't you...
is it a problem?
No.
For me, it's drinks and candied sweet.
That's where you boil strips of sweet potato...
Yeah,
So you like to drink, but you've also got a sweet tooth?
yeah.
No.
Candied sweet potatoes.
There's nothing to.
Right.
Well, we've learned one thing coming to the capital. The Abbey and Shepherd Artorias have expanded their power immensely.
They might as well be the Empire now. They have the undying support of the populace.
The Shepherd, savior of humanity.
I wonder what he meant by the blessings of the Empyrean Innominat.
That's what they call the gods they worship in church, right? The Empyreans? He promised a lot in that speech. But can he really command such a power?
I have no idea. Not even we Malakim know of them beyond the stories and legends. He called Innominat the 5th Empyrean. There should only be 4, one ruling each.
Is he talking about a new...
Have you heard any?
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. The man... But there's... Trust me, and to make...
Marty! So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Okay, I'm gonna go try over here then.
always be thanks to
The Imperium.
Yeah.
The Midgan Church also worship thee, but because we've had peace and prosperity for so long,
So now that people are frightened of the... Wait a minute.
Oh,
If that's the case, he's done a damn fine...
Wounds that will shield. Cause. Make me pay! Is that all you got?
Your style is really unique.
Just wait until I pull out the good stuff.
I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. Yeah, just go back to the normal hairstyle.
On to battle! Killing flash! But I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder! Wide open! No escape!
I unleashed all my power. Maybe I overdid it.
Always ready to fight.
No mercy! Wounds I won't see! Out of my way!
Let's go! I'll set a hurricane! Hurricane! Let's go!
Well then, let's move on.
You'll be rust on my blade.
Nothing can stop these fists!
You